Assalamu alaikum everyone. Once again, I welcome you to my YouTube channel, that is Nawab Kiazai. Nawabkiazai. As you know, we have started a series of tenses, and this is the 10th video of tenses. Understood? So, in today's video, in today's lesson, we are going to learn about future continuous or future progressive. Understood? Because it has two names, future continuous and future progressive. So why it is called continuous? It is called continuous because any work, any action that is going on is called continuous. And now let's know that why it is called progressive, future progressive. So any action, any work that is advancing, you can say developing, is called progressive. Means anything that is in progression, so that's why it's called future progressive. Even can be present progressive, okay, even can be past progressive, okay. In, you can say, in other lessons, in other videos, we studied, you can say we learned, along with tenses, we learned another part of grammar, that was active voice and passive voice. But unfortunately today we are not going to touch the active voice and passive voice, because it is a little bit, you can say, strange and awkward in, you can say, such parts of the grammar, that you can say, especially in tenses, in you can say past perfect continuous, present perfect continuous, and future continuous, and future perfect continuous. In these four parts we mostly do not study, in tenses, you can say, we do not study active voice and passive voice. Why? Here you can say, in such parts of the tense, two forms of the same verb can come together. That's why they seem to be a little awkward or strange. For example, I should give you an example of, I can say, the active voice of future progressive. That if I say, I will be teaching English. Now this is the active voice. I will be teaching English. Understood? Now let's see the passive voice. English will be being taught. Now you see two BB. Two B's are there. There are two B's, that's why it seems to be strange, awkward. Although it is available in the grammar, but we do not read it mostly because of this. Understood? English will be being taught. English will be being taught. Now two BB. That's why we do not read it in such parts of the tense. Understood? Now let's know that what future continuous is, and what I can say future progressive is. In I can say just a few seconds ago, or few minutes ago, I said future continuous called because of this, future progressive is called because of this. Now here I say what future continuous is called. Any action, okay, so any action in future, you can say will be continuous. I can say it's at 9 o'clock. Now it's 9 o'clock. Tomorrow at this time, tomorrow 9 o'clock, in action will be, you can say, continuous. That's why it is called continuous or progressive. Means at this time the action, the work will be going on, okay, will be in its, you can say, continuity. That's why it will be called you can say future continuous or future progressive. For example, tomorrow I am going to start you can say a journey from Gwadar to Hosdar. So it can take me a complete day, you can say, the whole day I will be traveling. So my friend asks me on the phone, okay, on the phone, he said that, can you spare some time for me at, you could say, tomorrow 9 o'clock? Then I would say, no, I cannot spare time for you, because I will be traveling it tomorrow 9 o'clock. Then he asks that, can you spare a little time for me on, sorry, Can you spare some time for me? You can say at 10 o'clock. Then the same answer, no. I will be traveling at 10 o'clock. Then he asks, can you spare some time for me at 11 o'clock? Then again, I will reply that no, I cannot spare time for you at 11 o'clock because I will be traveling at 11 o'clock. Okay? So the same case, will go on in this way until evening because I will be traveling the whole day. Okay, so that's why I cannot spare time for him. So whenever he asks about, at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, until maybe 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or even maybe, 10 o'clock night. Okay? So that's why I won't be able to spare time for him. So my answer will be the same as I said before. I will be traveling at 2 o'clock. I will be traveling at 3 o'clock. I will be traveling at 4 o'clock. When it comes to, I can say hours. If we talk about the days, for example, I am on a world tour, okay? So the same case, that he asked me that, can you spare some time for me on Sunday? Can you spare some time for me on Sunday that I have to talk to you? Because I have an urgent piece of work with you. Then I would say, no. On Sunday, I will be traveling. On Monday, I will be traveling. On Tuesday, I will be traveling. On Wednesday, I will be traveling. On Thursday, I will be traveling. On Friday, I'll be traveling. On Saturday, I will be traveling. On Sunday, I will be traveling. The same case. Okay? So here, let's know a little bit about the forms of the sentence that, because a sentence has forms, you can say, I'm not talking about those kinds that, I can say imperative sentence, optative sentence, or you can say that, declarative sentence, not these all. Here I am talking about the forms of the sentence that, subject is the same, verb is the same, object is the same, but still, there are some changes in the sentence. So these are the forms of the sentence. Okay. So here positive sentence, negative sentence, interrogative sentence, interrogative, negative sentence. Understood? Now let's look at the formula of, you can say that future progressive, that how sentences are made in future progressive. So first of all, your subject, I, you, we, they, he, she, it. Then your modal verb, will. Then your helping verb, be. Then your main verb, first form of the verb with ing. Then your object, if needed. If it's not needed, then you cannot put an object. Why? Because we always put objects to, you can say, the transitive verbs. Understood? Object is applied to the transitive verbs, not the intransitive verbs, like go, come, sleep, or you can say even travel. Now it's an intransitive, that's why it does not have objects here. You see the sentence ends here with the main verb. Why? Because it is an intransitive verb. Okay? So now let's go to the examples so that we understand them very well. Now you see, I have written all these subjects together. Then I have put modal verb with them, then my helping verb, then main verb. Now, why it is so? It is because each of the subjects needs a complete sentence. Now, if I write them in that way, so they can take, you can say, a large place on the board. Even they, I won't have enough, place on the board to write, each sentence for all sentence for each subject. That's why I didn't have enough time. I didn't have enough place on the board. That's why I wrote them in short. You can say I have curtailed them, and you can say I have concised them, so that I cover, you can say, more and more place in a, you can say, small place. Understood? So you see, but I will read them accordingly, you can say, according to you, as you want. Here just I have written them, it's a trick. that I write all the subjects, then I put a modal verb, then a helping verb, then main verb. Understood? Now here I would like to tell you one thing, that here it is in American English, it is traveling, one L is needed, but here unfortunately I have forgotten. I have written I have, you could say, misspelled it, because this is British English. It's not American English. It's British English. American English one L, British English double L. I mean two L's. Okay, so this is the difference. But both are correct. One is American, one is British. One thing. The second thing, here I would like to tell you that in past we also studied the same thing, that this was that with the subjects I and we read here another modal verb, that was shall, shall, shall. But nowadays it is completely can say omitted from here. I mean shall is omitted from here. Now we study with these all subjects will. Okay, we use the modal verb will. Why? Because will is American English and shall is British English, shall. But I'm sorry that if I have misspelled it in my past videos, that shal, I was in a hurry, so that's why I couldn't realize. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so in because future simple, future indefinite video, I might have forgotten to spell it correctly. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so the real spelling is shall. Okay, so that is American. Sorry, that is British. So in past we also studied like this, that with the subjects I and we shall be traveling, and the other remaining subjects will be traveling. But nowadays we use only will, this modal verb, with all the subjects. Understood? So remember this. But here I would like to tell you one thing, that you cannot you can say will, I mean will modal verb, you cannot use it in, you can say, official letters, official things, documents. Here here you will have to write shall, shal, because in our offices you can say in official things, still you can say British English is involved. In our official letters, or you can say official documents, still British English is involved, not American. But when it comes to speaking, it's okay, we speak American English. Now American English is prevailing everywhere. But when it comes to documents, you can say in writing, and you can say that in official things, then we need British English, not American. Good. Okay, so remember this. Simply you can say official letters, official things, you cannot write will with the subject I and we. You must write shall with the subjects I and we. With other subjects it's okay, but with the subjects I and we, you must write shall. For example, I shall be traveling. I shall be traveling, we shall be traveling. The other subjects okay. You will be traveling, he will be traveling, she will be traveling, they will be traveling, it's okay. But I will, okay, I shall be traveling, we shall be traveling. Okay, so this is the difference. Now look at that, this is positive sentence, this is negative, this is interactive, this is interactive, negative. Okay, so now let's read the, you can say, positive sentence. I will be traveling, you will be traveling. As I said before, my friend asked me that can you spare some time for me, can you spare a little time for me tomorrow 9 o'clock? Then I would answer, no, I'm sorry, I cannot spare time for you, because I will be traveling. Okay, I will be traveling at 9 o'clock. Okay, I will be traveling at 10 o'clock. Okay, so this is the same case. I will be traveling, you will be traveling, we will be traveling, they will be traveling, he will be traveling, she will be traveling, it will be traveling. One name, Ali will be traveling. Understood? Now look at the negative sentence. Negative sentence, the sign of negative sentence is this, that in between will and be, you can say with modal verb and helping verb, we put not. Okay, here this word not, not. Okay, here it is placed. Understood? So this sentence automatically becomes a negative sentence. Okay, so now let's read it. I will not be traveling. Now here there is a problem that will not is the full form, okay, but we mostly read it with the short form. I mean we say won't instead of saying will not. So if you allow me please, so that I read won't instead of reading will not, okay. So please, I won't be traveling, you won't be traveling, we won't be traveling, they won't be traveling, he won't be traveling, she won't be traveling, it won't be traveling, Ali won't be traveling. Okay, so this was your negative sentence. Now this was the interrogative sentence. So the sign of interrogative sentence is this, that at the beginning we put the modal verb will, then your subject, then your helping verb, then your main verb. Understood? This is the first sign. The second sign is that it needs a question mark here. Okay, not a full stop here. A question mark. You see, negative sentence there is a full stop. In positive sentence there is a full stop. But in interrogative sentence there is a question mark. Okay, a question mark is needed at the end of an interrogative sentence. Okay, but at the beginning, will is needed. I mean the modal verb comes in the beginning, question mark comes at the end. Understood? So now let's read it. Will I be traveling? Will you be traveling? Will we be traveling? Will they be traveling? Will he be traveling? Will she be traveling? Will it be traveling? Will Ali be traveling? Understood? This was your interrogative sentence. Now let's go to the last part, that is interrogative negative. Now here the sign of interrogative negative is this, that we put helping verb, modal verb, then your the extra word that is shows the negation in the sentence, that is not. Okay, so in interrogative we put only will, but in interrogative negative we put will, then not, then subject, okay, then helping verb, then main verb. Understood? So the same case applies here also, that I said that will not is the full form and won't is the short form, and we are habitual of saying, or we are used to saying won't. So if you allow me please, so that I should say won't, okay, instead of saying will not. Please. Won't I be traveling? Won't you be traveling? Won't we be traveling? Won't they be traveling? Won't he be traveling? Won't she be traveling? Won't it be traveling? Won't Ali be traveling? Understood? So I hope you understood the concept of today's lesson, I mean future progressive. So if you are alive, we will meet in a new video with a new grammatical point. So till then, stay tuned.